Hmm. Good morning. Hello, Keith. How you doing? Yeah, I was just saying hello to my son Keith there, by golly. Ah, let's go straight into Ecclesiastes Chapter 4. The title, it begins out, Evil Oppression. We won't see the end of that till Christ comes back, will we? Yeah. Again, Chapter 4, verse 1. Again, I observed the oppressions that take place in our world. I saw the tears of the oppressed, with no one to comfort them. The oppressors have great power, and the victims are helpless. So I concluded that the dead are better than the living. And most fortunate of all are those who were never born, for they have never seen all the evil that is done in our world. Well, nothing's changed 3 or 4 thousand years, has it? The folly of hard work. Yeah. Wow. Then I observed that most people are motivated to success by their envy of their neighbors. But this too is meaningless, like chasing the wind. Foolish people refuse to work and almost starve. They feel it is better to be lazy than barely survive than to work hard, especially when in the long run everything is so futile. Part of me envies them. All this hard work, laboring for that which is not bread. I observed yet another example of meaningless in our world. This is about a cause of a man who is alone, without a child or a brother, yet who works hard to gain as much wealth as he can. But then he asks himself, who am I working for? Why am I giving up so much pleasure now? It is all so meaningless and depressing. Two people can accomplish twice as much as one, and they get a better reward for their labor. If any person falls, the other can reach out and help. But people who are alone, when they fall, are in real trouble. And on a cold night, two under the same blanket can gain warmth from each other. But how can one stay warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and can conquer. Three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. Transience of popularity. It is better to be a poor but wise youth than to be an old foolish king who refuses all advice. Such a youth could come from prison and succeed. He might even become a king, though he was born in poverty. Everyone is eager to help such a youth, even to help them who take the throne. He might become the leader of millions and be very popular. But then the next generation grows up and rejects him. So again, it is all meaningless, like chasing the wind. Well, how about we take a little bit of time and zip over to our cross references from chapter 4 of Ecclesiastes. In verse 4 in 4:2, it says, go to Job 3:11 to 26. Here's Job's thing, and he goes through his trouble. Why didn't I die at birth as I came from the womb? And why did my mother let me live? Why did she nurse me at her breast? For if I had died at birth, I would be at peace now, asleep and at rest. I would rest in the world with the world's kings and prime minister, famous for their great construction. I would rest with the wealthy princes whose palaces were filled with gold and silver. Why was I not like a stillborn child, like a baby who never lives to see the light? For in death the wicked cease from troubling, and the weary are at rest. Even prisoners are at ease in death, for no guards to curse them. Rich and poor are alike, and the slave is free from the master. Oh, why should light be given to the weary and life to those in misery? They long for death, but it won't come. They search for death more eagerly than hidden treasure. It is blessed relief when they finally die, and they find the grave. So that's Job's trouble. I don't think many of us had that kind of trouble. Well, Ecclesiastes 4:5, it says go to Proverbs. See how important these cross references are? Proverbs 6, verse 10. Talking about the lazy people we read about in Ecclesiastes. A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber. Then it says go to Proverbs 24:33. And poverty will pounce upon you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber. Oh, cool. Well, anyways, as you can see, 4 verse 11 in Ecclesiastes, we read who can keep a cold night two under the same blanket, they can gain warmth from each other. Okay. Okay, 1 Kings 1 verse 1 to 4. Now King David was very old, and no matter how many blankets covered him, he could not keep warm. Wow. It seems to me that this too is not an uncommon thing. So his advisor told him, "We'll find a young virgin who will wait on you and be your nurse. She will lie in your arms and keep you warm." So they searched through the country for a beautiful girl, and they found Abishag from Shem and brought her to the king. The girl was very beautiful, and she waited on the king and took care of him. But the king had no sexual relationships with her. And that's the Bible. (4:14) it says, go to Genesis 41:14 and 41:43. Well, 41:14. Pharaoh sent for Joseph at once, and he was brought hastily from the dragon. After a quick shave and a change of clothes, he went in and stood in Pharaoh's presence. Okay, 41:14 from 4:14. Oh, such a youth could become from prison and succeed, and he might even become king, though he was born in poverty. Whoa. Okay. And then it says to go to Genesis 41:43. Pharaoh also gave Joseph the chariot and a second in command, and wherever he went, the command was shouted, "Kneel down." So Joseph was put in charge of all of Egypt. Wow. Okay. And that's some of the cross references that we went through. From Ecclesiastes Chapter 4. Wow. I'm hoping you're beginning to see how integrated the scripture is. And as usual, we'll sing on back to Numbers 6, 24 to 26. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor, and may he give you peace. Wow. And remember, as always, let not your heart be troubled. In my Father's house are many mansions. and I think I'm going to disappear. But I'll be back.